Paige Thompson. I play on North York Storm Midget AA, and I'm number 91. I would definitely say my biggest strength is my speed and just having my head up and knowing where I'm supposed to be. I feel like that's my biggest advantage because I have confidence in myself to get to where I want to be, and when I'm going to get the puck, I always push myself further to go and get there, and I would have that passion to get there and to win the games.
I think one of Paige's absolute fortes is definitely her speed. I think she's probably the top two fastest girls we have on the team. Straight line speed to the puck, she's going to cause and create some turnovers every time in the end. She wants that puck.
One of my favorite things is definitely winning and coming home with a win and being with my teammates and just the feeling when you have the puck and you're on a breakaway and getting goals. And I've always pushed myself to get there because it's just, you can tell when I'm happy with a game and when I'm not happy, and I guess when I'm happy with a game, it's just one of the best feelings.
She's very puck hungry every single time she's on the ice. She's going to come out on the ice with a flair, and she wants that puck and is going to literally do whatever it's going to take to have to get that puck. Wanting to be there every single practice and every single game goes a long way, and the passion is not only on the ice, it's her commitment with her work ethic in terms of working out and staying physically fit, and that carries into the game as well for any player that's playing.
I feel that I myself am a very committed player, and I've always made it my goal to be on time for practices and be very punctual, and I feel that it's my duty as a player on my team to be at every practice and every game. And I've actually had a couple instances where I've been sick in bed with the flu and I've been like, Dad, take me to Peterborough, I have to at least watch the game.
Well, Paige Thompson is probably one of my hardest working player. Very disciplined, very committed to her hockey as well as school. 5-on-5, she's always one of my trusted forwards. I can always count. She's a 200-foot player. Very solid.
I feel like I'm always willing to go and get the puck, and I make it my goal to make sure I'm there first every single time, and I use all my speed and energy to get to the puck. And I always want to win, and intense in a good way where I'm supporting my teammates and where I make sure that I'm not just thinking about winning, but making sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be on the ice, and making sure again that I'm using my legs and all my power to get where I need to be.
The commitment for her to the game has been unwavering for years, and through doing stuff with a personal trainer, through having separate sessions set up, with other trainers outside of just what we're doing on the ice 3 or 4 times a week right now. It's something that when a kid's asking to want to do that really goes a long way. So I think that that's another great asset that Paige brings to the table every time and every year that I've been so fortunate to be able to coach her.
I would say most recently the player I've been looking up to is Phil Kessel, just again to his speed and how I can compare him to myself and how he always has his head up and he always is looking towards his other players. And I feel that he just is so committed to the game and committed to winning every battle and every race for the puck.
Probably from the NHL, I would say she reminds me a bit of James Neal. She's got a good shot and very accurate with it, and she's always in the play. We recover a lot of puck with her, and defensively she's very reliable as well.
At school I've been playing volleyball, hockey, and I was on the softball team for the last couple years. Volleyball has really helped me with timing and learning that, when softballs also help with strength. We work on a lot of upper body, so I feel like that's important.
Paige always had that passion, that fire, if you want, right from the beginning. I saw that in her, and you can see I kind of look for kids and go, this one's going to be a black belt, and she came through. I
took karate for close to 11 years and managed to obtain my second degree black belt, also known as a Nidan black belt. So that was intense training, and they like to refer to it as body, mind, and spirit, because you don't only condition yourself physically but mentally, and committing yourself to being at the dojo, which is the studio, I was there 3 to 4 times a week, and I eventually spent my time teaching kids.
Well, Paige trained with us for 8 years. She was into her 9th year of training. She she became a second-degree black belt with us and achieved very, very high level. That's a difficult thing to achieve. Usually takes 4 to 5 years to reach black belt, but getting a second degree is almost like getting a whole up black belt again, so it's a whole other level of study. Paige was a very busy girl, a high achiever in many areas, but she chose to come to karate. She chose to make that commitment to be there, and she came regularly. She was there at least 3 times a week, training very, very intensely, and she also took time to be a leader within the school, so she put time in there as well. And Paige also went to an elite level where she became part of our what we call our MVP, a Master's Volunteer Program, and in that area she also worked at the camp, helping us in Camp Black Belt during the summer, and where she had responsibility for looking after large groups of young children and teaching them, and also supervising them for 8-9 hours a day. She did a great job. She comes from, there's a really, really strong family bond there. They're very supportive, and this has been the key to Paige becoming the person she is today. This is a special kid.
So my main goal is to go and play college hockey, and I know that from a little tyke player, it's always been my dream to play like women's hockey, and watching Haley Wickenheiser in the Olympics, I've just always wanted to be her and play in her skates and get to that goal point.